it crunch time for Iraqi policy.
Congress is back in session, and many members are asking for signs that the U.S. troop surge is really helping move
waiting for next week's major progress report on Iraq from General David Petraeus. But in the meantime, a report out today is cause for concern. Returning from the August break, Congress dove back into the issue of Iraq. On the Senate floor, Majority Leader Harry Reid said September must bring changes in Iraq policy.
It's time to make a decision. We can't continue the way we are. We can't afford it militarily and financially.
This was my son 3 years ago. Full of life, playing, being the goofy self that he was. 2 years in July, I'll be visiting his grave. He took his life 4 months after he returned home from Iraq. He was one of the first wave of coming home. Nothing was ever mentioned by the military at all about PTSD, any kind of mental trauma. In fact, they still deny it today, that your child is suffering.
What is it?
Overall, key legislation has not been passed. Violence remains high, and it is unclear whether the Iraqi government will spend the $10 billion in reconstruction funds it has allocated.
The GAO study, parts of which were leaked last week, finds Iraq has not met 11 of 18 political and security.
Is it? Do you think it's alive? Touch it with your finger. Gently. Oh, it is alive. Come on. There we go.
On my orders, coalition forces have begun striking selected targets of military importance.
1,630 days after the president gave those orders, Saddam is long gone, but the war in Iraq goes on at an enormous cost. More than 3,700 American servicemen and women killed. More than 28,000 wounded. Estimates of Iraqi civilian deaths alone range from 70,000 to more than 80,000. The cost to American taxpayers, $567 billion.
I've committed more than 20,000 additional American troops to Iraq.
That number for what the president called the surge would grow to 30,000, and he hoped it would turn the war around. The president appealed to Americans for time and promised a full accounting. Now, the top U.S. military